Alright, MrSotko here, and welcome back to another Warcraft 3 replay cast. Today it is a 1 vs 1 on Secret Valley between our pink orc player, Grubby, and down on the bottom side we have our red human player, SanyaOne. And it is Secret Valley. We will speed this on up to the 8x mark till all the heroes come out, all the good stuff starts to happen. And I have recently come across a ton of Grubby replays, which I find that people seem to like the best, so I think I'm just gonna cast them all, and I think I have maybe over 14 of them, and some of them might be from old versions that I might not be able to cast, not really sure, but Tome of Strength here for our Archmage, Noel Overseer to follow, and Gloves of Haste for the Archmage there. And where did our Blade Master go off to? He's running around. Got himself a circlet of nobility. And yeah, like I said, I came across a whole bunch of Grubby replays, and they consist of a lot of good players. SanyaOne, I have some with Yaz, Rifle Boy, Sonic, all kinds, and some 2 vs 2s as well. So I decided that I would just simply pretty much cast them all, and it might be upwards of 20 replays, so I think I just do a huge swath of Grubby replays. And the reason is because I'll be starting a new job sometime soon here, and it'll sort of cut into my casting a little bit, so I figured I'm going to try and get them out of the way and cast as much as I can before I have to go and work for the man at a shift that might not be intuitive to casting, but that's okay. And Blade Master now at the other Goblin Merchant. Is he going to get a second Circle of Nobility? Nope, just going to get the Boots of Speed for now. And maybe try and harass some of these footmen for a little bit. And Archmage going all the way around. Got himself Boots of Speed as well to keep away from that Blade Master. And some grunts here. Going to try and proxy kill this Gnoll Brute. But the Archmage is also here. And maybe he'll steal this. And I think he may have. Also took that tome as well. And Arcane Vault here coming up. And the footman makes it into the base. And Grubby gonna try and get himself a peasant kill. Can't quite do it. Too little bit of a room, too tight of a space in there. But can take away that Arcane Vault for now. And make the cancellation, force that. And SanyaOne going after the Nightcrawler camp. And just try to remake that Arcane Vault a little too early there. The Blade Master didn't quite leave the situation. And Nightcrawler will drop Tome of Strength for the Archmage. So I think that's 1 or 3, or 2 or 3 maybe, Tome of Strength for that Archmage so far. I know he had picked up a tome over here, but I did not see what tome that was.
Work complete.
As he picked it up pretty quick. And so far, just leaving the footman in the base. And just disallows the Blade Master to get to those footmen and accumulate experience. Still only level 1. Tome of Intelligence for the Archmage.
Research complete.
And I know the long debate of is it Archmage or is it the Archmage? I go with Archmage. You guys can go with whatever you want, but y'all know it's the same thing. This hero right yonder, Shadowhunter now coming out for Grubby, Arcane Sanctum and Arcane Vault coming up at the same time. And still hasn't really gotten any experience. Just now got his first bit of experience, 25 for that peasant. And has done a good job of preventing the Arcane Vault from going up. But is that going to be enough? And Cloak of Selling for the Archmage there. And a Blood Mage now on the field as well. And Shadowhunter going after the Null Overseer camp drops a Tome of Intelligence, which is going to yoink. And Circlet of Nobility drops from the Null Overseer. And now the human moving to the far right side of the map here. And possibly just going to use this Fountain of Health to heal up, since he can't quite get 2 Scrolls of Regeneration, as the Arcane Vault has been force canceled numerous times.
We're under attack! The spirits of the earth.
And may lose a footman here. Banishes that footman temporarily, and the Dust of Appearance
We're under attack!
earlier forced him out for just a moment. And now going after the Ogre Magi camp. We'll see what drops there for the Talisman of Evasion, looks like, for the Shadowhunter. And now the other Ogre Magi camp here going to go down, and a Talisman of Evasion dropped for the Blade Master there, and Circlet of Nobility.
Research complete.
Tome of Intelligence picked up by the Shadowhunter there, and a Scroll of Healing picked up by the Blade Master. Scroll of the Beast has dropped, and that will likely get sold pretty quickly. And we'll have to see. He may not sell that. He will sell it if he sees Spellbreakers, but if he does not see Spellbreakers, then he certainly could keep it.
Ready to ride.
But most players just end up getting rid of that. Doesn't provide too much help. Usually the money ends up being a better help than the bonus damage. And I think he got a Cloak of Selling out of that, so that will be sold. Cloak of 50 gold. Not saying it's entirely useless, I'm just saying that everybody always sells it once they get it. So I call it the Cloak of Selling.
The spirits of the earth guide me.
And maybe we're going to go for the Ogre Lord camp here. And Grubby moving over to the left side. Could capitalize on his own Ogre Lord camp at the moment. And the Magi about to fall here.
We're under attack!
And that was a weird twitch to my game there. And that's the first time that's ever happened. Warsong Battle Drums for the human. And Period of Vitality and Circlet of Nobility have dropped. And supporting that on the Blade Master there, 850. And I'm not sure if that shows up on the, if that really showed up on the recording or not, but it actually just sort of froze up for a moment, then went black, then continued, and which is very odd because Warcraft 3 is a very stable game. And out of all the replays I've done, that's the first time that's happened. But we're still in the game, no problem. Didn't have to stop the recording or anything. And Red Drake gonna fall here shortly. And there goes the net, allowing the Blade Master to get at it, but net did not last very long. And that is that. And what dropped? Circle of Nobility. It looks like Boots of Kill Thalas for the Blade Master, and stacked all the Circlet of Nobilities on the Shadowhunter. So sort of just consolidated all that agility onto one item there for the Blade Master. And now the Shadowhunter gets the agility and the intelligence for a little bit more mana, a little bit more healing. Not too bad of a trade there. And also has that Mantle of Intelligence as well, so has a +9 to his intelligence, 495 mana.
The spirits of the earth guide me.
Invisible Sorceress looks to reconnoiter the area here. And one Dust of Appearance on the army. And could be in a bad spot there. A Dust of Appearance would have been Not too good for the Blade Master there. And there goes the slow. But didn't bust that Dust of Appearance. And wouldn't have been able to really capitalize all that much on it. And still has that Scroll of the Beast, but there are Spellbreakers now, so not a good idea to pop that Scroll of the Beast. Otherwise, this is going to get stolen and put on all of the human units. And then he would have to disenchant it off of the human units. And lots of militia fallen here. Some peons in on a mix. That's Spirit Link. And there goes a Scroll of Healing, healing up all of those peons to full. Shadowhunter getting its mana stolen in the background there. Only 51 mana left on the Shadowhunter. Not much at all. And we can Sorceress caught out of position here. We'll lose that one. And Peon's gonna run right through this blizzard, gonna take a heap of damage. Slightly off blizzard there. If it was to the left a little bit more, would have got all these peons here, perhaps. But perhaps they will fall shortly anyway. Playmaster chewing away at the Spellbreaker here. And one Spellbreaker down, transferring that mana to the Archmage, allowing blizzard after blizzard on this Orc army.
Work complete.
A Scroll of Healing right now would be wonderful on the Orc army, as everything is pretty about half health from all of these blizzards. There goes the mana stealing on the Blade Master now. No mana left to Windwalk out of here. Perfect time to try and surround, but not really a lot to surround with. And the Archmage here in a little bit of trouble. And pops that Potion of Invulnerability. We'll be able to get out of there. And Disenchants, taking away that slow. Let the Orc get out of there for now.
My life for the Lord.
Raiders and Grunts still coming on out. And the Arcane Vault finally allowing that human player to scroll, regen, and Clarity Potion up. All of the ground Orc army is 1-1. And now gonna go after the other Red Drake camp here. Should be a good amount of experience here for the Shadowhunter. Might get level 5 out of this. I don't see why not. Red Drake will certainly help with that. Playmaster staying away for now. And barely doesn't get a level 5. Takes the Lionhorn of Stormwind and a Circle of Nobility on the ground, which the Blademaster is going to grab that. It'll leave the Mantle of Intelligence behind. Lionhorn of Stormwind, not the greatest item in the game. Honestly, one of the worst of the aura items. However, if you have the space for it and the army to help out, why not? I think I really like it with a caster army, actually. Just because they have 0 armor and you give them a little bit of reduction at the very least. But I suppose it works the same either way. It's all relative, but until you get really high armor, then it starts to really slow down. But once the 1 through 10 armor really doesn't really slow you down that much. And now a Potion of Lesser Vulnerability on the Blade Master. Still no Clarity Potions though, so no mana for that Blade Master. And I suppose he's worried about that mana drain of the Blood Mage, but he's definitely going to need some mana in general just to Windwalk away. And that Scroll of the Beast is still in the inventory of the Shadowhunter, and I just think that that should be sold. As soon as he goes to use it, all of these Spellbreakers are just going to steal it and put it on the Sorceresses and Heroes, which isn't really going to do that much, to be totally honest. But it will just sort of get stolen right away. And not going to really work out that well. And human army aggroed. Couple hits to the barracks there. And now a missing orc. And both sides getting ready for the attack here, but just sort of standing around for now. Let's speed up to 2x and see what they do from there. As both sides are really standing around, transferring items around back and forth here. And looks like that B scroll is gonna get sold. Indeed, gonna get sold 200 gold for the scroll. Which basically allows you to buy a scroll of healing, which is just way better, especially if your ally or your opponent rather has Spellbreakers. It's basically completely useless, as it's just going to get stolen anyway. Now 4 Circle of Abilities on the Shadowhunter there. So 8 to all stats, not too bad. And the mana drain was going on the Shadowhunter there. Level 3 Archmage and a level 3 Blood Mage, a level 5 Shadowhunter, and a level 3 Blade Master.
Our gold mine is
And could
running low.
really use that Blade Master at a higher level for bigger and better crits.
Ready to work, ready to ride.
Total Beast yoinks a Spellbreaker there. Gonna go digest away and start killing that. Both sides very leery about a full-on combat situation. Banished. Blade Master taking extra damage from that blizzard there. And now another banish, and the grunts in the line taking tons of damage, but does have that scroll of healing,
Work complete.
which will negate a ton of that damage, including the Shadowhunter healing there. Chain heal shooting through all of the units. And he may wait for some units here to get low, another blizzard or two before using that scroll of healing. Nothing really all that low. We got one low raider, but nothing the Shadowhunter can't take care of. And now, not really, has 30 mana. And the Archmage, 200 mana, has plenty to go. And the Blood Mage has plenty to give as well. And now that scroll of healing could be used with these units here, but more of a in-combat sort of situation. Shadowhunter going to grab a Clarity Potion more than likely, or a potion in general. There he goes, Clarity and a potion. And really gets that mana up, and going to hit that Raider there and heal him on up. And a couple units up at the top, really need some healing, and going to try and back that grunt off. The Archmage is going to teleport to the base and get out of there. And another mana potion still on that Shadowhunter. And the engagement should occur as soon as possible here. Get rid of this regen if one can. Third hero for the Orc would be pretty nice. The Dark Ranger to silence that Archmage whenever he goes to cast a Blizzard would be fairly devastating. And Blade Master uses that Scroll of Healing, hits the army, but he is still very low, down to 170 health. And gonna try and get out of there, but taking huge damage there. Vulnerability Potion for now. And Dark Ranger Silence would be super useful on that. Basically get off one wave and then hit him with silence. that would be that for Blizzard. Shadowhunter working overtime back here, healing and healing and healing. The Playmaster can't quite make it around. And gonna have to start going after the barracks here.
Under attack!
And now the human player backed up to the corner of the base, and all the units super low, and that is about it. And that's going to do it for SanyaOne. And well played for a little while, but got backed up all the way to the corner, and all the units too low to continue. Shadowhunter does work. As long as you get a potion on him and a clarity potion to get that mana way up, and you can just cast and cast and cast. Total score 20,000 more. So played much better there. The hero score, unit score for you guys. And like I said, I have an abundance of Grubby replays that I'll be casting, but don't worry, they don't just contain Grubby. Of course, they all contain Grubby, but lots of other great players too. I think I have a couple with Yaws and a couple with Sonic, and I have some 2v2 ones as well, which are somewhat of a rarity in the Warcraft 3 scene. Don't really get to see them too often, but hope you guys enjoyed the replay, and I will see you guys next time.